the 2024 Honda Transalp.
Alright, let's start this again. So, just done over 2,000 k's, so 2,117 kilometers. Yeah, I think it's about time I did a review on the bike from where I started, from actually having 1 kilometer on the bike. So yeah, she's let me put it this way, I'm not going to give her a 100 out of 100 or 10 out of 10, because there are things on here which I think Honda could improve on, and one of them is optional cruise control. Like, everything else has it. If you can buy a different cruise control or something to go with and plug it in, they don't physically have it. And then you have to buy an aftermarket, you have to split into the brake lights. Now, there's another problem. I spoke to Honda. They told me if I do that, I void the whole warranty on the bike. Now, is that something I want to do? I've driven the bike on I've ridden the bike on the highway several times. Have I needed a cruise control? No. Would it have been nice to have? Yes. So at this point in time, I don't think I'm going to put the cruise control on to void my warranty. So that for me is look, it's annoying that you can't physically purchase one from Honda. It has to be aftermarket when all their other bikes in the upper range do come with it. So I think Honda has missed the mark there on that. The engine itself, for a 755 engine, it is like, this thing is brutal in sports mode. You can just kick that down and it'll just sing till the cows come home. It's a fantastic engine. Look, if you're buying a Norton or you're buying any of the Italian bikes, it's going to come fully set up. For the price of this bike, when I bought it, was $15,999. I think it's actually $16,999 now. It's still a good buy. Like, you don't get your bark busters, you don't get your skid plate, you don't get all the added extras that a lot of the other bikes get. But how many times have you bought a bike and you've spent another $2,000-3,000 doing it? You get to put what you want on the bike, and I think it's okay. Like, if you look at the next entry level, so a Norton, which is just up ahead, I think that's $23,000 for almost the same sort of bike. Yes, the engine is a lot powerful. It is made by KTM. Not that I'm going to state that there's nothing wrong with that. Luckily it's not made by Harley, because, you know, Harley comes with the optional oil leak. But the bike itself, so far, it's really good. The handles well, like 0 to 100. Like, I'm pretty sure you could do it in 3 seconds. I haven't done that. I have. No, I haven't. Fuel capacity on the bike. It's 16, 17 litres. I did do a test and I ran it down to bingo fuel. I reckon I had about 2 kilometers left. I was 356 kilometers. Now that was going from the ride I did from basically northern New South Wales up over the range. And yes, the fuel was good, so it was not too bad, not too bad. I was thinking about putting an exterior tank on it, and I saw some of the accessories. Oh, I did not like any of the accessories. It made the bike look like it was put together by Frankenstein. So I went over northern New South Wales, done a fair few off-road tracks, nothing too hard. The tyres actually stick to the pavement, they stick to any of the rough road. But if you're going to do anything more than a off-road track with a high call grade 1, grade 2, I would, light stuff. I'm going to I've said in a couple of videos, I'm going to put a 50-50 on the back, which I normally ride on my adventure bikes, and a 70-30 on the front, because I like the grip into the corners. And then I'm going to take this over Glasshouse in a couple of weeks and give it a full run test in the dirt with the new tyres on it. Now, if you're over 100 kilos, you do need to do 2 clicks on the suspension in the back to add more, because it was really soft when I picked it up. Adding the 2 clicks to the suspension in the back has made a huge difference at all, like a huge difference. Now on the front, you can adjust the suspension. I put a mark on it. I've given it 5 turns, and I brought the suspension up on the front. Much better, like really good. They say they're not adjustable, which they are. You know, you just have to read and understand. I probably will upgrade the suspension in the next probably 6 months, because I do want to do a lot more moto off-roading. Now, the one thing that is a little bit annoying, but it's on most bikes, is the ABS and the traction control. Like, I can turn off my ABS and traction control in my 4-wheel drive or my SUV, and it stays off. And it's a quick button, like I can go bang off, bang off. On here I have to toggle the switch, push it over, get it over, turn the ABS off, turn the traction control off, and then I'm good to go. Then if you turn the bike off, you're screwed again. It would be good if it physically had a save button. And I'm not talking, you know, leave it on. I'm talking about basically a 5-minute save, because you pull up at a beautiful viewpoint, you turn your bike off, you have a look around, go, oh, we'll get back on the bike, and then you got to waste 30 seconds again, turn the traction control off and turn the ABS off. Now, there is another company out there that's doing a dongle, which plugs in over the back. You then take your loom, plug it into it, and then you can do whatever you want with the function controls. Now check with Honda, once again, it voids the warranty. Now, if that doesn't bother anyone, sure, go ahead and do the stuff to the traction control, do the stuff to the dongle to adjust your settings from sports. By the way, that system you can change on the fly, straight on the bike. A warranty for me, I think, in the starting of the bike is good. You know, if something does go wrong or a warranty return, I don't want those issues, so I'm not going to do any of that stuff at the time for the bike. That's if I keep the bike after the 3 years of warranty, which for me, I normally get rid of the bike after the warranty. So, 2 little factors is the saving of the traction control and ABS. That's a big no-no for me. But like I said, most of the bikes have it on it. But then, you know, some of the other bikes, like the new Chinese bikes coming out, they have a physical button that you push and hold, turn it off. Like, that would be good. Yes, they had the toggle there. Maybe they could do something where you hold a button down to turn it off. Now, Honda, if you're watching this, firmware upgrade. Give us the option to start the bike and push and hold to turn the traction control straight away. Now, the way she handles in the dirt, I took her off to northern New South Wales. She completely loves the off-road. Now, I grew up on off-road bikes, not motocross, but I grew up on fine bikes, riding those as a kid, and then riding my neighbour's postie bike, which was his mother's postie bike, and we used to hammer that. And then basically moving on to Honda CRF 450X, which was a motocross bike, which I converted into a motor, and then basically put 9010s on the bike, and I basically did 5 trails. That was a great bike. So I've done more dirt orientated roads growing up than I did on the road. So I can handle the dirt a lot better than I can the road. Now, this is not saying I can't ride on the road. I just prefer when I get on the dirt, I feel like I'm at home. This bike has both of it. It's not a T7, which Yamaha have. I did ride the mate of mine's bike with that. I was uncomfortable on the bike. I felt like I was riding my Honda 450X. I was up over the tank. I basically felt like I was looking for a big hill to go and climb. Now, people love that bike. It's not for me. I chose a Honda for its comfortability, and I can tell everyone there, riding this thing on the road all day, I don't get sore. Now, I need to have a hip replacement, and I can ride for probably 300 kilometers without getting a sore hip. Now the engine itself on the bike is fantastic. So we're sitting on 100, and you know I'm 120 kilos, and this is how it goes. Like all that 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Like I said, it's 755 engine. She's got a lot of torque in this engine. Didn't take long to get her back up there. That was a slight hill rise. So the engine on this little baby, woo! It's really good. This little, like this bike here going up this gradient of 12%, just sitting in 4th gear, and look at the climbing again. Like, it's fantastic. Like, this is the power in the bike. Oh, I suppose if you're on a sports bike and you can lay it down and you can go up around the corners, but a sports bike can't go off road. This little baby's does dirt and road just as much as a sports bike. I'm not kidding you, it was like 29, 28 degrees down there. We're coming up through here now. I've got my vents open and I'm getting a chill. That's how much the temperature has changed in 5 minutes of climbing up through. Now riding the Transalp in the Tambourine Mountains and coming down, the bike sits nice and steady. Coming to a 30 degree corner, 30 plus corner, but she like right down in there. Like, she's so nice coming around the corners. Acceleration out, like look at this, nice, is sitting in there, and transition back over. The bike is so nicely weighted. Like, you cannot get a nicer bike to ride. So any of the people out there who listen to the armchair specialists, don't listen to people who ride a bike and know what they're talking about. This bike is probably one of the best mid-range adventure bikes on the market. Recommend, go see your Honda dealer, marketplace, bike sales, whatever it is. Buy one, get on the goddamn road and ride. Trust me, you won't regret it.